I think e-commerce as a trend is growing and is reflective of what is happening in our society with the advent of digital. I think clearly for the industry, I do see sales growing through e-commerce platforms. So that I think is a reality. But I also don't see it take off on its own, and I think it will have to combine with certain elements. So by that I mean there is going to be a certain segment of investors, and we've seen this in country after country, which is self-directed. But that segment normally is not the majority segment in any market. A lot of people, when they talk about investments, and especially when it comes to planning some of their more serious goals, they need some advice in some form or manner. I think the e-commerce platforms are great execution platforms. So for those people who are self-directed and know what they want to buy, they may like the convenience of going to an e-commerce platform. But I also see that for the segment that needs advice, that's where some of the e-commerce platforms may have to get a little more creative, and they may have to see that besides the transaction element, are they able to offer pre and post sale service, which is also an important part of the value chain. And the platforms that are able to do all three, which is give great information in terms of helping people make the purchase decision, are able to transact and able to provide post-sale service, those are the kind of platforms that I see do very well going forward. So that we do feel that this is a growing trend globally, but we have to see which kind of client segment is most suited to something like this. So digital media clearly has been a big focus for us, and I would include not only digital, I'm also talking about social. So both digital and social I think are important trends, especially when you look at the millennials and a lot of the people who are kind of getting very comfortable with technology. The growth of bandwidth in India is also driving a trend like this. And so we do see this as an important part of our distribution strategy going forward. When I look at digital, I talked earlier about the value chain, the pre-sales, the transaction, and the post-sales. What we are doing at Franklin Templeton is strengthening all three parts of the value chain. And we want to make sure that we offer great digital and social platforms whereby clients who are interested in consuming information or transacting or for after sales, they come in and they get a great experience at Franklin Templeton. And I see this grow. For us also, what we've been seeing is over a period of time, the number of online transactions has only been increasing. And I think this trend will continue for the foreseeable future. Thanks.